Picture this. You're walking a financial tightrope, high above the ground. The wind is howling, the rope is swaying, and suddenly, you lose your balance. What's there to catch you? For millions, the answer is nothing. They fall, plummeting into a pit of debt, stress, and financial ruin. But you, wealth seeker, you're about to learn the secret of the financial acrobats. The hidden tool that lets them dance across that tightrope with confidence, even in the fiercest economic storms. Welcome back. I am the Wealth Whisperer, and today, we're unlocking the power of the emergency fund, your invisible safety net in the dangerous circus of life. Now, I know what you're thinking. Emergency fund? Sounds about as exciting as watching paint dry. But stick with me, because what I'm about to share could be the difference between financial stability and financial catastrophe. Let's start with a shocking truth. Nearly 40% of Americans can't cover a $400 emergency without going into debt. That's like trying to cross Niagara Falls on a tightrope, without a safety net. But here's where it gets interesting. An emergency fund isn't just about avoiding disaster. It's about freedom. It's about power. It's about sleeping soundly at night, knowing you can handle whatever life throws at you. So, what exactly is an emergency fund? Simply put, it's a stash of easily accessible cash set aside for life's unexpected moments. Think of it as your financial superhero, ready to swoop in and save the day when 1. Your car decides to break down. They always pick the worst times, don't they? 2. Your roof springs a leak during the storm of the century. 3. You find yourself unexpectedly between jobs. 4. A global pandemic hits, because, well, we've learned that can happen. Now, let me share a personal story. I had always been a bit skeptical about the importance of an emergency fund. I thought I was being smart by investing every spare dollar I had, figuring I could always sell investments if I needed cash. That changed dramatically one winter when I was 32. It was a brutally cold January when my old furnace suddenly died. The timing couldn't have been worse. I had just started a new job and was in my probationary period, so taking time off was risky. Plus, I was still recovering financially from some recent holiday spending. When the HVAC technician told me I needed a full replacement that would cost $4,500, my stomach dropped. I didn't have that kind of cash on hand, and the thought of selling investments at a loss or maxing out credit cards filled me with dread. That's when I remembered the emergency fund my more financially savvy friend had badgered me into starting the year before. I had managed to sock away about $5,000, mostly forgetting about it since then. Realizing I had this cushion was like a weight lifting off my shoulders. I was able to pay for the new furnace in full, avoiding debt and the stress of figuring out how to stay warm in the meantime. This experience converted me into a true believer in the power of an emergency fund. Since then, I've made it a priority to keep 3-6 months of expenses saved in an easily accessible account. It's provided incredible peace of mind, knowing I can handle unexpected costs without derailing my other financial goals or losing sleep over money troubles. This episode taught me that an emergency fund isn't just about the money, it's about creating a buffer against stress and maintaining stability when life throws curveballs. It's now a cornerstone of my financial strategy, and I've found myself echoing my friend's advice to others, spreading the gospel of emergency savings. You see, an emergency fund isn't just about money, it's about peace of mind. It's about taking control of your financial life instead of letting it control you. But how much do you need? That's the million-dollar question, though your emergency fund probably doesn't need to be quite that big. The general rule of thumb is 3-6 months of living expenses. But like all rules of thumb, it's not one size fits all. Here's a quick guide. 1. Just starting out? Aim for $1,000 as your initial goal. 2. Stable job, steady income? 3 months of expenses might be enough. 3. Freelancer or sole breadwinner? You might want to stretch for 6 months or more. Remember, this is a guideline, not a commandment. The key is to start where you are and build from there. Now, I can hear some of you saying, but Wealth Whisperer, I can barely make ends meet. How am I supposed to save for emergencies? I hear you. And here's the truth. it's not about how fast you fill your emergency fund. It's about starting the habit. Here are some strategies to get you started. 1. Start small. Even $5 a week adds up over time. 2. Automate it. Set up automatic transfers to your emergency fund. 3. Use windfalls wisely. Tax returns, bonuses, gifts funnel some into your emergency fund. 4. Cut one small expense. Skip one takeout meal a month and save the difference. 5. Sell what you don't need. That exercise bike that's become a clothes hanger. Convert it to emergency fund cash. Remember, wealth seekers, an emergency fund isn't built overnight. It's built $1 at a time, one decision at a time. And here's the best part. As your emergency fund grows, so does your financial confidence. Suddenly, that tightrope doesn't seem so scary. The wind can howl all it wants, you've got your safety net. So, wealth seekers, are you ready to step onto the financial tightrope with confidence? Ready to face life's surprises not with fear, but with a knowing smile? Remember, in the grand circus of life, it's not about avoiding all risks. It's about being prepared for them. Your emergency fund isn't just a bank balance, it's your ticket to financial peace of mind. This is the Wealth Whisperer, reminding you that true financial acrobats don't fear the tightrope, they embrace it, with their safety net securely in place. If this episode has inspired you to start or boost your emergency fund, don't keep this wisdom to yourself. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Your share could be the push that helps someone else start their financial safety net. For those new to our wealth-seeking community, now is the time to join us on this journey to financial acrobatics. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Trust me, you don't want to miss a single whisper of financial wisdom. To my loyal subscribers, you are the backbone of this financial circus. Your commitment to building your financial safety net inspires every video we create. Thank you for being here, for engaging, and for taking steps towards financial security. Now, let's keep this conversation going in the comments. Share your emergency fund goal or a tip on how you're building your fund. Your insight could be the inspiration someone else needs to start their own financial safety net. Remember, in the world of Wealth Solo, every like, comment, and share is another thread in your financial safety net. Until next time, keep listening to the whispers of wealth, and remember, in the circus of life, the best performers always have a safety net.